Hello. I've just realised that my mic was on then, and you could hear me jiggling around here. Anyway, hello, welcome to my live. It's Ruth here at Artful Stampin. So I've just had my little team meeting about a little while ago, and Martina was encouraging me to have a little bit more of a play with the pastels, and just done another technique. So I thought I'd it's like a second parter really to what I did earlier today. And just to show you something else that you can do, particularly with the pastels and water. Although I've just realised I do need to fill. How much have I got left? Ooh, not much. Hold on. I've got a bit of water in this, so I'm just going to do a bit of a refill while I say hello to everybody. So hello everyone on the live. Hi Susan, fancy seeing you here, yes. Hi Cindy. Hi, Shaz. Hello, Martina. Judy. Oh, come on. Oh, that's better. Lisa. Hello. Hi, Georgiana. Hi, Melissa. Great to see you. Right. Get this filled up. There we go. Right. Who else is on here? Hi, Jane. Hello, Monica. Lovely to see you. Hi, Mindy. All right. So hands up, who has the pastels and who knows what to do with them? Because to be honest, I have had them a little while and not really played with them a great deal because I wasn't quite convinced about what to do with them. But this technique that I've been having a play with, I like it. So I'd like to have a little bit more of a play and see what else we can come up with. So I'll start off with this one. I'll show you what I've done already and then we'll go from there. Right. Don't need that on my desk. Right, so this is what I'm talking about, these here. So earlier this evening, can you see the mess I've made of this? What I did was did a lot more spritzing and a lot more colouring in, and this was the result. This here. Okay, so I'm happy to go over that technique with you now, just very quickly. And yes, there's lots of, you see there's lots of colour still left on here. I'm just going to spray that and I'm just going to rub it around and get that colour mixed up and actually go down in between the valleys. So when you open the embossing folder, the Stampin' Up logo will be on the left hand side, and so these areas here are actually raised up. So I'm mixing all that colour together. I'm just making kind of like a horrible blue colour. It's not horrible, it's just a bit of a browny colour because I've mixed all the purples and the greens and the reds together. So just making that kind of neutral browny thing happening in the valleys. And because that's already damp, what you can do then is apply your ink directly using the flat of the chalk. I mean, I suppose you could use that section too if you wanted to be a little bit more specific, but you see how I'm applying that to the top there. Well, not the top, but the flower. So, there we go. And this is actually really handy because that's a bit more of an easier thing to control than what I was doing earlier. Okay, so I'm just going to do that. Then a little bit of green going on here, and because the embossing folder is already damp, it's just happily transferring that colour on. Just messy alert though, you do get messy on this doing this, but it'll wash off, you know, nothing too drastic. I'm just trying to find all the leaves. Got a darker green here, so I think I might just do a bit of darker green. as well. There we go. Then I've got these lovely little flowers, so use this nice blue here for these. Oh no, that's green. I will look up in a second to read all your comments. Last night I was looking up and looking down. My eyes went a bit bonkers. So I'm not doing that again. Right. Just going to put that over the top. Da, da, da. I have all chalk pastels in the little squares. Yes. So they're not handleable. These are really handy because you can, you know, handle them. So, hi Carla. Welcome Diane. Hello Diane. De Vincenzo. Welcome, new to the channel. Wow, you are super welcome. We love to meet new folks. Hello, hello, Linda. She's driving, so this is her one and only comment unless I get home before it's over. Oh, bless her. Now, it could be that what I needed to do was spritz this. So I'm just going to show you what happens if you just put the embossing, sorry, if you put the cardstock in the embossing folder without spritzing. Sometimes you don't get a very good transfer of colour. So we're going to have a look and see. Okay, so you can see how there's actually quite a lot of pastel left there. But I think that's probably good enough. I'm happy with that. It looks like painted Italian tiles or something that's got a bit whitewashed, you know, that kind of thing. So can you see there's so much left on there? I'm actually going to re-spritz that. Just reactivate that a little bit. And I am finding with this technique you can double dip. You can it's a bit like, it's like second generation stamping, but you're using an embossing folder. So it's like second generation embossing foldering. I know that's probably not the very technical term for it, but there we go. Brocade. Yeah, it's like an old worn brocade. Now what might be interesting is to then put that through another embossing folder, but this time a more textured one. Yes, it was the chalk, Sheila. Yes, it's the chalks I'm using. Yeah. So this is what happens when you double dip. Look, there's still loads left on there. But look at that. So this is like the faded version. Oh, cool. It might be fun to actually put this, if I lay those together and then cut out a die and then swap them out. It's still a little bit wet at the moment. But wouldn't it be fun to actually just put that through a texture embossing folder now? Like, oh, I don't know, the paint one. If I put it through there now. So we kind of get rid of the flower embossing, but we just end up with the canvas embossing. Now, where's my plate? Oh, here it is. Okay. Hi, Bev. Ooh, weird. Huh. is so bizarre. I don't know if I like it, but it's weird. It's very strange. Oh well. That just looks like a floor now. It's had paint rubbed off it and rubbed on and rubbed off. I don't know. Right, that was just to see what that was going to end up like. All right. So let's go back to this ferny one then. So I want to play with the idea. Just trying to see which way around that goes. Yeah, okay. So what I want to do is spritz a little, I think. Put some colour on. Spritz a bit more. But I actually want this colour to go in between, inside the cracks. So I want enough water on there to go inside. Oh, now what was that tip Esther said? She said she draws an arrow on the top of her spritzers to know what direction they're going. That's a really clever idea. Where's my... I did have a Sharpie. Oh, it's a blue Sharpie as well. That's appropriate. There we go. Makes sense, doesn't it? So I'm pushing that greeny colour in. Trying to get it everywhere. Then I'm going to get a darker colour and I'm going to brush over the top. Oh, it might be too much water. Oh, I think I've lost it because there's too much. Oh, I'm trying to find a scrap of paper. Oh, that's too much now. Ugh. Oh well. Oh well, just try it anyway. See what happens. I was trying to have a lighter colour. On the inside. No, it's not what I wanted. Try again. Oh dear, I think I've destroyed the corner of that. Right, I'm going to go again. No, it's doing it again. Oh well. We'll see which side we prefer. Last night I picked up my ink pad before I closed it. Oh, I've done that. Oh yes, I've had a quick face wash with these. Oh, okay. It's interesting. Okay, I'm going to do a very fine mist from afar. Just going to go in with the yellow this time. A little bit more misting. Ooh. Even with that arrow, I'm still getting it wrong. And then this time, I'm also going to mist my paper. Try not to get my inky fingers on it first. Right, this is the last one I'm doing with this fern because I want to move on to something else. Cherry cobbler everywhere. Oh no. So if you're wondering how you can send cards to different folks on here or receive cards, there is a Facebook group called Artful Stampin Space Contacts, and basically if you are able to abide by the simple rules of just sharing your own address and birthday if you want to share your birthday, and if you promise not to share anyone else's addresses anywhere else but just use the addresses for the, you know, sending folks people things, then feel free to join Artful Stampin Space Contacts on Facebook. I quite like that one. It's a bit different, isn't it? It's very moody. Yeah, I think I like that one. I like having that bit of yellow in there. Oh, that side's nice as well. Hee hee. I've left my Blackberry Bliss ink open before and the cat has walked through it and all over my desk cabinet and carpets. Oh, I think you get prize for the best story tonight, Joanna. Oh my days. That's crazy. Right, so the last one I wanted to have a play with this technique was this one here. And thinking a little bit of Spritzer all over. A little bit of the Coastal Cabana. Bit of the, I don't know if this is supposed to be Old Olive or, oh no, Mossy Meadow, I think. Then I think I might just mix a bit of the yellow and the orange together for the shell. some red in there. And because I've already misted, it's a little bit damp, so it's kind of helping the colour to stick a bit. And then I'm going to go back in there with more spritzer. See how it's kind of getting the colour going a bit more. Then I might just give this a little bit of a Probably should clean my hands before I do this, but anyway. Yeah, you can try scraping it. The only thing I found with that, Anne, is that you haven't got very much control over where it lands. So if you're happy just to do a general kind of sprinkle all over, that's fine. But if you want it to be in specific areas, it's quite hard to control it. So, for example, on just the one that I did, that one, that's where you're just kind of like sprinkling it, so it kind of just goes everywhere. But if you want to be a bit more specific, then I found just colouring directly in. That's kind of good. Ooh, that's moody. That's cool, isn't it? Look, there's loads left in there. Kind of reactivate it. Running out of ink, water rather. Just going to add a bit more. Oh no, I was gonna, no. This time I won't spritz, see if that makes any difference. Those seashells with a wing Castella on, yeah. That would look good. Yeah, if you like cat paws on your decor, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Ooh. Ooh, an R. That's fun. Thank you, Jude. Oh, Jude, did you say? You did, didn't you? I was just going to say, Jude, did you send me your email, your address? You did, didn't you? I've just not sent your card to you. Okay, so I've got a nice pile of embossing folders that just need to go and be washed properly in my sink. So okay, let's just do one more where you do the scrapey business. Do it on that side? I think we'll do it on that side. So the scraping technique is quite fun. Basically, you get your scissors. Actually, I might do a little bit of spritzing first. coming out now. Just to help it stick a bit. And you literally just scrape the pastel, chalk pastel I should say, on. More. 3 colours I think is usually optimum, and try and choose colours that are close together on the colour wheel. Obviously if you go for colours that are opposite each other you'll end up with brown. Bit more of a spray. Go for it, Cheryl. Just try it. I mean, if they've got high pigmentation like the Stampin' Up ones, then yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah. I think I put that in upside down. Isn't that fun? Okay, so basically I just wanted to kind of go through with you how you can use these direct to paper, because earlier when I did it, oh, and also adding, not being afraid of just keeping going, adding colour. So there we go. So if you missed earlier, the video earlier on today, I was on much earlier than usual, and you want to go and check out what I did then please do. So basically it was kind of like an embossing folder marathon, you know, things that can be done with the embossing folder. And it wasn't just to do with the chalks, it was other techniques as well. So we did some embossing powder and we did double embossing basically. So yeah, yes, absolutely, Martina, just go for it, Cheryl. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Now it will be interesting to see after this is properly dried whether or not the colour is just sitting on the top or whether it kind of has seeped in, whether the act of putting the water with the chalk has activated the pigments enough for it to kind of properly soak into the paper rather than just sitting on the top. Because when applying the dye ink, whether it's through the ink pad or the Stampin' Right marker, you're definitely getting that colour going in. I'm trying to find my samples from earlier. Oh my days. Which one was it? Oh, that one. There we go. So let's do a bit of a comparison then. So this one was done using the pens. So you can see that the finished result is a little bit lighter and more delicate, whereas there's a real intensity, isn't there, with the chalks that's very different. So have I stamped on embossing folders? Yes, I think I have done that, but you need an embossing folder that's got quite a bit of solid areas. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, Jan, whether or not I do have to fix this, or whether or not it will be fine because I've already mixed it with water. Linda, who's watching, who can't comment because she's driving, she's very experienced with chalks, so she's my go-to person really when I need to know about this sort of stuff. I think she would probably say to use a fixative. Melissa, tell us more. Ah, Jane's wondering, what's Melissa talking about? So, okay, let's see if I can do it with this one. Yeah, I could probably do it with this one. Let me just give this one a bit of a clean, and then I'll explain what I think Melissa's talking about. Okay, so this is not going to be super clean because I need to go and get a scrubbing brush and clean that off. But oh, pants. Oh, just dropped a whole lot of stuff. Okay, so we take this one for example. I don't know, so we ink this up in early espresso. And I'm gonna do it on the opposite of the logo. Just do the debossed side because that's got the flattest areas. So just going to transfer onto there. I'm going to get my card at the ready. And then I think I'm just going to do a bit of huffing rather than just doing any spritzing. I'm going to huff. I'll show you what I mean. That's what I mean. Just to moisten it a little bit. And then I'll help clean up, she says. Oh, it is super messy on the desk. Okay, you can sort of see it. See where it's gone in between? Now what will be interesting is to see whether or not we can get some colour on the inside section there. Ooh. I'm wondering if we use a bit of re-inker, just going to protect. Actually, I'm going to clean that off first. Need a bit more water. I wonder if there's a way of me getting colour inside those grooves. Ah, hold on a second. I know how to do this, I think. I've just got a little bit of water in the bottom of that. Just put a few drops of reinkers. Okay, now that's blue now. Because I want the blue to be in between the cracks. So what I'm going to do is just wipe off the top section. No, not all of it, just the top. I'm running out of blue now. Oh, maybe I should have just done it with my fingers. I'm going to try that again. If you colour the flowers, it looks like the brick wall is behind them. No, yeah, the problem is I've done it the opposite way. Okay, I'm using my finger this time. I'm wanting to move the colour off the raised area and into the channels. That's what I'm trying to do. See? I want it in the channel. I don't know that I even have to put it in the machine. Let me just have a look. I don't actually want to press that hard. No, didn't quite do what I wanted it to do. Oh well, it's an interesting texture that's great for a background. Just going to squish it in now. There we go. Yeah, it's a bit tricky because you have to get your head around the emboss deboss business, and yeah, I did actually stamp. I stamped onto the flower, and that is the bit that did transfer. Perhaps what may have been better is if I'd gone for a stamp that was more close together in detail. The brick perhaps wasn't the right choice, but anyway, it just, you know, it's an interesting texture. You probably can't see that it's supposed to be flowers anymore, but anyway, it's interesting. Right, is there anything else? I think that's it. I'm going to leave it at that for now, guys, because I already did a very long live earlier tonight. But no, I hope this just encourages you to have a play, and not to be afraid of the results. Just allow the results to surprise you and enjoy the process. And at the end of the day, what we're doing here is just creating backgrounds. And why is my spritzer? Oh, there we go. Spritzer wasn't working then. We're just creating backgrounds so that once these are all dry, we can you know, turn them into cards. So you know, this is great for kind of collage style cards, for just using little sections of it and so forth. So there we go. Right, go forth and play, everybody. Great to see you. It looks like blue marble. Oh, it does a bit, yeah. Yeah. All right. Good, Cheryl. Yes, please do have a little go with it. Yes, thanks for the thumbs ups, everybody, and great to see you again. And thanks for that story, Joanna. That's just, yeah, I can imagine it was very annoying at the time, but that's really quite funny. I'm glad, glad you got the colour out. Oh, dear me. Yeah. Please remember, I have got some kits left. So if you haven't, I don't know if my hands are clean enough. If you didn't see the video from 2 nights ago, you can purchase this a kit from me that will enable you to make these cards. They don't include punches. It's just paper, card, ribbon and embellishments. So if you want me to punch out some of these gold leaves, please let me know if you do purchase this card kit and you haven't got that punch. And yeah, so yeah, I had another couple sales today, which was great, and they're sitting waiting to be posted. So if you ordered today, thank you. They'll be posted tomorrow. Yeah, so there we go. You're welcome, everybody. It was super messy, super fun. And my plan is, with all these like samples that I did this afternoon, I think I'm actually going to use my Memories and More pack. I've been thinking about doing this for years, and I meant to do this, but I'm going to use these to create samplers, and I'll then write how I did each one, so that I'll have that as a bit of a reference to be able to go back and do. Now this one, this has been embossed, you see, with white embossing powder on the grey. I was thinking of going back in there then with maybe some basic grey, just in certain areas, just to see what happens. That's what I was going to do. Ooh, look at that. Look, it really lifts it. I'm doing this on top of a mountain of stuff. I shouldn't really do that. I'm just putting it on my other table. My floor. Just very gently adding colour. So you can see the difference there. Isn't that nice? There we go. Ooh, says Joanna. Oh, yes, Linda, we need to talk fixatives. Yeah, Linda knows all about her fixatives. My other table is full too. I like a workable fixative. What's a workable fixative then, Miss Linda? Is that one where you can spray it and then you add more? I think we've had this conversation before. It's coming back to me now. Yeah, I think it's where you can add more. see if Linda's gonna... It means you can add things on top and create richer colour. There we go. Although I like the idea of creating a Richard colour. Yeah. What's a Richard colour? Love it. Okay, thank you, Linda. Yes, love to layer, and you can get a richer colour and shading if you use a workable fixative. No, I couldn't imagine Linda pulling a face when you say hairspray, because that's what I said. And she was like, wow. Not sure about that. So Linda, do you think I will need a fixative even though I've used lots and lots of water on this? Because it's like it's turned the pigments in the chalk to a dye that's actually soaked in. So, oh, right, we're going to have to quiz Linda about this another time. So we will find out. We will find out what we need to know from Linda, because she's quite experienced in these matters. And I'm going to love seeing leaves here. We used it in school. Yeah, no, I think me too. But, you know, there may be some alternatives. Right, take care, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't and you want to check out my other videos. I have got probably over 1,000, actually definitely over 1,000 videos on my channel with lots of different ideas. And if you need a catalogue, please let me know. And if you have any questions, email me ruthtrice@gmail.com.